Hey guys, what's up? My name's Danny, aka Thriftfish. I'm an online fashion reseller, so I sell mostly used clothing on Poshmark, eBay, and Mercari for my full-time job. And today, like every month, I'm bringing you my what sold fast, and for this month it'll be what sold fast in September of 2020, and I will also be going over a couple sales that were my slowest selling sales. So just to give you kind of a perspective of both sides of what did I pick up that's doing well and what did I pick up that's not doing so great. So it'll be my top 20 sales that sold within 2 days of listing on Poshmark. This is just going to be my Poshmark sales for the month of September. I don't usually throw in my eBay or Mercari for these videos, so we'll focus on Poshmark and I'll give you a little bit of information as we go along. So starting off, sold after 2 days of being listed on Poshmark was a Mara Hoffman cotton sleeveless midi dress. This was really pretty. It was my first time finding like a really current Mara Hoffman piece. I found this at my Plato's Closet and it sold for $54 and gave me an earnings of $41. $41.08 was what I earned from that sale. So that's a really good one for me. Next, this is the 2-day group, an haute hippie sleeveless double-breasted tux dress. This, I believe, came from my designer Joe Marbox, and this one sold in a bundle, which I will go ahead and show you the details of on the screen so you can see that breakdown of how that sale went, because I don't have the information in front of me because the sales report on Poshmark kind of breaks it down by individual pieces rather than bundles. So with that sold within 2 days in a bundle. Next was an Everlane cashmere crew black sweater. This was new with tags. This was a retail arbitrage find from Nordstrom Rack, which I'm actually selling my retail arbitrage finds for decent prices, so I'm happy that they're paying off because I just don't have a lot of experience with it, so I'm glad that I seem to be learning. But it sold for $50 and gave me an earnings of $40. Next was a pair of J. Crew 9-inch Billy Demi Boot charcoal crop jeans. These were really cute. They sold fast for $25, giving me an earnings of $20. I think that's right on par for J. Crew jeans, a nice current pair of J. Crew jeans. Next was a Lily Pulitzer gold metallic luxe eyelet tank top, sold for $21 and gave me an earnings of $14.61. I was maybe hoping for a little bit more, but I think because it was a fast sale, I'm always willing to take a little bit more of a deal for a fast sale. Next was a Misa Adeli stripe embroidered off-shoulder top. I sourced this off of ThreadUp. It sold after 2 days and it sold for $25, and it was an offer, so the shipping discount, I made an earnings of $17.88. Next was a Free People purple cuddle up pullover sweater. I got this in a mystery box from Voyages of Verb. It sold for $29 and gave me $21.08. I really like selling big cozy Free People sweaters. I think they still sell really well. Some Free People stuff is super hit or miss, but if it's a big old chunky sweater, I'm very likely to pick it up. Next was an Airy and Alley floral print pom-pom fringe trim shirt, sold for $18, giving me $12.28. I think that's perfectly on par for a kind of basic Anthropologie top. Moving on, a pair of Fly London Yebby wedge booties. They sold for $35 and gave me an earnings of $28. Now we're going to move into the items that sold after 1 day of having been listed on Poshmark. starting with an Eileen Fisher chambray cotton hemp tunic dress. This was in a haul I did recently. It sold for $27 and gave me an earnings of $19.48. So that was with a shipping discount from an offer. Same with the next couple of items. One was a tiki bull skull boho stretch athletic leggings. I'm reading my whole title. I probably don't need to. I should paraphrase, but they sold for $26 and gave me $18.68. And the exact same thing happened with the next sale. They were a pair of Spanx camo seamless leggings, also sold on sale on an offer for the same price, $26, giving me $18.68. Those leggings were actually from my personal closet, so I think I definitely could have gotten more for those, but I'm okay with having gotten them out of my closet. Next was a Johnny Was eyelet baby doll blouse. I sourced this off of Poshmark and it sold for $33, giving me an earnings of $24.28. Next was a pair of Soul Sauna Sheila black faux shearling leather loafers. I sourced these off of ThredUp as well, and they actually sold in a bundle, but they sold after 1 day of listing, so I remember that being a good bundle sale. The next item that sold after 1 day of listing was a Stop Staring holly green. It was like a retro pinup dress. Never picked up this brand before, but it sold really fast for $30, giving me an earnings of $24. Coming up to the last 5 sales here, this still sold after 1 day, was a Lily Pulitzer Misha ruffle wrap dress. Just a basic Lily Pulitzer dress, but it still sold really fast for $31, giving me an earnings of $22.68. I've been able to recently raise my average sale price to up around $30, and I think it's because although I will pick up items that maybe have a higher resale value, if somebody is willing to offer me around that $30 mark, I am willing to accept it, because to me, what I spent for that item, that's a good flip. And I'm starting to try to take the emotion out of certain items. It's like, yes, of course, I still want sales that are up around $100 or more than $100, but I would rather have that quick, really great average sale price than sit and hold out, because I really like to go and reinvest and do more shopping and do more sourcing. So I'm okay with some of the items that I could have gotten more money for still coming in for a really good sale price, for a really good profit based on what I've spent, to kind of move on and keep finding new things that make me excited. So moving on, let's get to the fourth to last. Was an Athleta Studio Rep magnetic clothes cardigan. I've sold this before, sold after a day of listing for $22, giving me an earnings of $15.48. There was a shipping discount there. The next was a pair of UGG classic tall sheepskin boots. I got these in a Jomar sweater weather box, and they sold full price for $48, giving me an earnings of $38.40. Second to last item was a pair of Peloton by Nualime, Nualime, embossed leggings. These were so soft and just gorgeous leggings. They sold for $40 and gave me an earnings of $32 the same day they were listed. So these last 2 sales sold the same day they were listed. I find more Peloton, you bet I'm picking it up, because that sold so fast. And the last item that sold the same day it was listed was a Madewell texture and thread velour corduroy mock neck. This was super cute. This might have also came in a Jomar box. And it sold for $30 and gave me an earnings of $24. So overall, September had some really good sales, some sales I was really proud of, and some that, you know, maybe could have sold for more, but I'm excited that they made their way out and did what they're supposed to do. Sold. So let's talk about the 5 that didn't sell as quickly. These tend to sell for a lower average price and tend to be more basic items. but let's go ahead and jump into it. The 5th slowest sale I had in September was a J. Crew embellished flower crew neck sweatshirt. I thought this thing was so cute, but it sat forever, and you know, J. Crew can be hit or miss, and sometimes if it's too basic or if it's too old of a style, it doesn't sell. But it did eventually sell for $18, giving me an earnings of $12.28, which actually isn't horrible. I was still able to at least double my investment in that item, so not mad. And that sold after 58 days of being listed on Poshmark. However, it also could have been relisted, so it's probably actually been there longer. Next was a Lovies Nights in yellow satin button front shirt. I sourced this off of ThredUp. It was an assorted brands item on ThredUp, and it was new with tags, so I looked up the brand, took a chance on it, but it took 61 days to sell and sold for $11 with a shipping discount, so I only earned a little under $6. Probably just barely made my money back on that one, so maybe not worth the chance there, but moving on. The 3rd slowest sale was a pair of Aldo leather peep toe slingback heeled booties. I bought these from the bins. They took 63 days to sell. I don't typically pick up Aldo, but they were in good condition and a cute style from the bins. I'm not too terribly disappointed. They did sell for $23 and gave me $18.40, which that's fine for an item that I paid $3 for at the bins and is not necessarily a brand I would normally pick up. So next, the 4th slowest sale was a pair of Dolce Vita leather pace slide sandals. These are like 2-strap slide sandals, and I thought they were cute. I thought they'd sell fast. They sat for a long time. Sold for $20 and gave me $16, which also is not super bad for a pair of sandals. So just wish they would have sold maybe a little faster. And I typically do not pay a lot when I'm picking up sandals from the thrift store. They typically tend to be lower priced. So I'm actually not super disappointed. I just kind of wish they would have sold faster, but they're gone. So the slowest selling item for September was a Lily's Closet, which is sometimes an Anthropologie brand, scalloped knit open cardigan. I sourced this off of ThredUp when quarantine first started. It took 96 days to sell and it sold for $15, giving me an earnings of $12. That's not horrible either, actually. This was a sort of basic piece and I was trying out this brand for kind of the first time. So although these sales were a little bit lower, I'm not crazy disappointed in them. Again, it's really just a matter of learning from these items and getting smarter and smarter about your sourcing choices. Overall, happy with September, but looking forward to October and crushing my September numbers. Let me know if you're with me on that one. Let me know what's selling fast for you down in the comments. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're not already subscribed and you like content like this, you like reselling content, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you. I put out videos every Tuesday and Friday. I'll be back on Friday. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you again real soon.